Good morning. This is Chip Taylor on April 25th, 2013. And this is what I call Church Without Walls. And today we're going to read from the letter of 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 5 through 11. 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 5 through 11. Likewise, you younger members, be subject to the presbyters, and all of you clothe yourself with humility in your dealings with one another. For God opposes the proud, but bestows favor on the humble. So humble yourself under the mighty hand of God, that he may exalt you in due time. Cast your worries upon him, because he cares for you. Be sober and vigilant. Your opponent, the devil, is prowling around like a roaring lion, looking for someone to devour. Resist him, steadfast in faith, knowing that your fellow believers throughout the world undergo the same sufferings. The God of all grace, who called you to his eternal glory through Christ Jesus, will himself restore, confirm, strengthen, and establish you, after you have suffered a little. To him be dominion forever. Okay, suffering a little. Compared to what Christ did for us, that's all we can do is suffer just a little. But that's not what I want to talk about first. Alright, it talks about humility dealing with each other. And where he mentions that, specifically to start out with, is likewise, you younger members, be subject to the presbyters. That means the pastors of your church, the elders of your church. The younger members are supposed to be supportive of the deacons and the elders. The deacons and the elders are supposed to be subject to the pastor. Now, this has caused me personally great difficulty in America. There's a difference between a pastor and a preacher. A preacher is somebody who delivers a word, and believe me, I do enjoy delivering the word, but a pastor is a spiritual leader of a flock. The elders are not, the deacons are not. The pastor is the spiritual leader of the church. That confuses a lot of church councils, evidently. Alright. But humility when dealing with each other, that means if I have an issue with somebody who I think has fallen short of the glory of God, I'm not supposed to come to them with a attitude of righteousness and piousness. We're all suffering. We're all in an epic battle, trying to do the best we can. Sometimes we don't know that we're even in the battle. But if we cast our worries to God, God knows everything. God knows what we're dealing with. God knows what we can deal with. And then if we turn what we can over to God, just asking him for help, just talking to him. You know how sometimes when you got a problem and you talk to a friend, the friend never gives you advice or never even helps you at all. You may not even talk much about your problem, but just going to somebody and talking with them just makes you feel better. Well, that's one of the minimum things you should be doing with God, is at least going to him and talking to him. Just talking to him. Maybe about your problem, maybe not. It's going to help if you talk to him about your problem. But just spending time with God makes all the difference. Alright, the devil is working against us. The devil is not God's enemy. The devil is our enemy. He's working against us. He's trying to devour us. Now, it's his way of getting back at God. But our fight is with Satan. Satan's issue is with us. If Christ is real, if God is real, Satan's real. The longer I live as a Christian, the more I see it. Walked right past him in 1998 in Bourbon Street. If Satan walks this earth, he walked right past me. Alright. But remember, we're all fighting an epic battle. The people that are giving you a hard time are also going through the same crap that you're going through. The details may be different, but we are all going through crap. There's three kinds of people. People who just went through something big. People who are getting ready to go through something big that they don't know about. And the ones that are in the middle of something big. There's no other way. You either just got over it, you're in the middle of it, or it's just about to hit you. So we're all the same. In that way, we're all the same. But after suffering a little bit, God revives us. Is this not true? Sometimes, well, when I was an early Christian, when I first got saved, I used to see and feel God all around me all the time. And then some time went by, and I didn't feel him as strongly, or I didn't feel him as often. And so, what happened? And then, a period of time would come by, and I'd feel him again. He'd be strong again. What happens, I think, is that God spends time with us, nurturing us a lot to begin with. And then he allows us to get a little bit stronger and do some things on our own. It's like riding your bicycle without your dad holding on to the back. After a little while, God lets go a little. He always is right there. But he just lets us try our own wings, get a little strength of our own. Okay. When we've really gone through some stuff, and like I said, we're either in the middle of it, getting ready to be in the middle of it, or just got over it, we need to take a little time to heal, a little peace time, a little mental health day. Even Christ would go off into the mountains by himself, revive his batteries, resharpen the saw. It's a lot of different analogies, but everybody has to do it. One of my favorite things to do here lately is take a long hot bath. Just lay in the tub. The stress of doing what I do, it seems pretty simple, but there's a lot of stress involved in everybody's life. And we need to find a way around it. We need to find a healthy way to deal with it. Spending time with God, helping somebody else, a little downtime for you. All of those things are what God intended. God did the same thing, or Christ did the same thing. God did the same thing. He spent some time with God, his Father, but off away from everybody else. Remember that. All right, this has been Church Without Walls. My name is Chip Taylor. Tell your friends and have a blessed day.